knew I had to get to this game eventually. Being the big Star Wars fan I am, when this game was first announced, I initially got pretty excited. I thought maybe, just maybe, we'll finally get a space combat game which excels over Rogue Squadron 2. Did we?
Star Wars Squadrons takes place shortly after Return of the Jedi. The rebellion has formed into the fledgling New Republic, and the Galactic Empire is dividing into multiple sub-factions who are all beginning to infight without the iron will of Darth Sidious to hold everything together. Now, unlike many a Star Wars game, Squadrons features absolutely no Jedi, Sith, or lightsabers. Sure, the Force is occasionally brought up, but this time the focus is all on the pilots who do the dogfighting. Split between focusing on Vanguard for the New Republic and Titan for the Empire, Squadrons we play as new pilots for each side, quickly getting caught up in a small-scale military campaign as the Empire attempts to find and destroy Project Starhawk, a new, massive battleship the New Republic has built out of recycled remains of Imperial Star Destroyers.
Project? Who'd want to get this close to the Ringali Nebula?
I believe that is the idea.
Now, getting this out of the way, Squadrons was definitely developed on a pretty tight budget. Hell, the thing only cost $40 at launch, and you definitely feel this restrictiveness throughout the game, especially in the single-player story mode. Now don't get me wrong, having a smaller scale isn't necessarily a bad thing. It can help fine-tune the product you're trying to make without being distracted by unneeded extras. So let's get the positives out of the way first. There's a lot more story here than I initially expected. A pretty hefty amount, actually.
I thought the missions would stop coming after the 6th one, not sure why, just kinda did, yet things kept on going. Fine with me, as the first 6 missions didn't do much to capture my attention. Additionally, the voice acting and characterization, what little there is, for the Imperial pilots is well done. Everything else,
I'll watch 5 figure it out first.
Okay, follow me.
You can customize the look and voice of your pilot avatar, all with extremely limited options which really don't have any bearing on the story or cutscenes whatsoever.
It's an honor. Yours, not mine, obvious.
I thought making my Imperial pilot a non-human would maybe lead to some different voices from the characters, some slight cutscene changes as my Imperial squad mates are kind of untrusting of non-humans, so they eventually warm up to me as I show my skill and devotion to the Empire throughout the game, right? No, it's just, okay, nothing.
Speaking of things which don't matter, may I present Vanguard Squadron, a cowardly show-off alligator. You got this, buddy, BFFs, annoyance, and oh my god, why does this testicle have eyes?
No, wait, Dylan Booth.
Yeah, that's it. Boy, he was something else back then.
The personalities of your fellow pilots in Vanguard are all virtually identical. 100% happy-go-lucky, let's go team attitudes, and it's all super shallow and super annoying. Contrast this to Titan Squadron.
The more well-rounded, calm and quiet one. The borderline crazy, always gotta fight one, and the one who doesn't speak much.
Call me Shen. Before you ask, helmet stays on, cockpit or not. Too many hard landings. Broken neck. 5, 6 times. Cybernetics keep me going.
This guy right here, this one faceless Imperial pilot, has more personal depth than all of Vanguard combined. I was actually curious as to his hinted at past.
Anvil Squadron has been alerted. Enemy reinforcements will be there any minute. Perfect. Permission to take point 3. Got a score to settle.
How did you end up needing to live in a flight suit? What exactly did that one other rebel squadron do to you which brought about your deep hatred of them? Look at how much wear and tear is on this guy's suit. This dude has seen some shit. Level design for the single player isn't anything amazing, nor are the missions dull affairs. I will say the only, and I mean only time you'll really feel like you're in a massive space battle will be in the final level, which is sort of a disappointment.
Sector. And here they are.
Corvette is destroyed. Still one left. Frigate's damaged.
It won't be long now.
Commander James, we have Imperial reinforcements incoming to our location.
super important Starhawk thingy, its main weapon is a massive tractor beam, which makes an ISD turn slightly downwards, and the tractor beam can only fire in one direction. So in order to aim it, you have to aim the entire ship.
Titan, turn to the Overseer for immediate hyperspace jump.
We can't jump that fast. We could end up in the middle of a star or worse.
Stay and we die for sure.
Also, can we please discuss the horribly unbalanced squad compositions for the missions here? Your mission is to salvage a damaged ISD, one which you can predict the Empire will try to retain. So what can you expect? High probability of Imperial raiders, maybe with some cruisers or carrier support, and a lot of fighters and interceptors, right? So what should you bring? X-Wings are definitely a solid choice, the all-arounder. Don't really excel at anything, but super dependable. A-Wings, duh, you want interceptors to match the enemy interceptors. Final slot, you'll need a support craft. Probably a U-Wing if you want to add some extra shields to your squad mates, do some ion damage, or just replenish ammunition. Possibly a B-Wing if you think you're going to have trouble taking out the Imperial capital ships, or if another ISD happens to appear, but neither craft are too great at dogfighting. That's okay, it's not what they're designed for, they're support ships. That composition will be perfect.
All that damage and this thing still has teeth.
That's a terribly unbalanced squad makeup choice. Every single level is like this, on both sides. The game even references Alphabet Squadron, as if the idea of a mixed fighter-type team is a good idea. There is a reason why Gold Squadron, consisting entirely of Y-Wings, was held back for the trench run in A New Hope.
They're bombers. They bomb things. Yes, they're more agile than their B-Wing counterparts and can perform a bit better in dogfights, but that's not their intended role. You don't hook up a semi-trailer to a Lamborghini and expect it to haul the thing. I need a minute. It's so stupid. Okay, moving on to the multiplayer, the meat of the game, the thing that's really going to keep players dedicated for the long haul.
Or at least this dude, rank 91? Jeez.
So what's on the table? Two distinct modes, dogfighting and fleet battles, either in PvP or PvE AI. That's it.
Having access to either the Imperial or New Republic factions, you can choose which craft to pilot prior to the match, as well as switching after a death if things aren't going well for your team. Again, having a good squadron composure, dependent on not only the game mode but also the maps you'll be playing on, is crucial to deciding the winner. Both sides have the 4 craft from the campaign to use, along with the B-Wing and the TIE Defender. Dogfights are straightforward tests of individual skill. Fleet battles take small-scale fleets, more like flotillas, honestly, and pitch them against each other with the player squadrons being reinforced by large numbers of AI fighters. The tide of the battle can swap easily with each kill you get, be it AI or enemy players, giving your side points which alters the balance bar. Destroying support ships like corvettes, raiders, light cruisers, or frigates will seriously put your side in an advantageous position, letting you take on the enemy capital ship. After every match you gain experience, raking up, getting currency to unlock cosmetic items, and generally bragging rights.
None of these are locked behind gay as hell loot boxes. All can be unlocked by actually playing the game. Now some of these items are pretty cool, like a super old school crossguard hilt lightsaber decoration for the inside of your cockpit, or a paint job that makes your TIE fighter be the super cool red Imperial paint of the Imperial Guards. Those of you who play Star Wars X-Wing, you can have this dope as hell paint job in the game for TIE interceptors. It's really cool. Sadly, most of the cosmetics are honestly kinda lame.
Okay though, the game does have the sleek Naboo paint job, I take it back, 10 out of 10.
Now the biggest issue with Squadrons multiplayer is the following. Nearly everything, which would really give the player drive to keep going and to be the best pilot there is immediately available up front. Right from the start, you have access to all 10 fighters. Imagine having to start with either the basic X-Wing or the basic TIE Fighter, depending on the faction you choose, and having to actually level up and grind your way up the fighter ranks. Eventually you unlock the A-Wing, and then the Y-Wing, then the U-Wing, then the B-Wing. You see, actually getting better as a pilot and then earning the better ships, the more specialized crafts, so you can really help out your team in better situations and adjust your play style. Nope, they're just all available right at the gate. I'm also curious as to why other craft haven't been put in the game. Things like the E-Wing, the TIE Aggressor, the Punisher, maybe specialized craft that you can't really unlock but only use in things like fleet battles. Maybe the Millennium Falcon, for people who think it's a very effective fighting ship. It's not. Or how about the VT-49 Decimator? How about sneaking in a cool little bounty hunter faction as a kind of DLC? EA has seen the success this game has brought to them with a very small budget, so why not just pour a couple more resources into it?
Control-wise, and this may upset some of you who haven't played older Star Wars games, flying these crafts still lags behind what came before. The main problem contributing to this is the locked-in cockpit perspective. Now wait, don't kill me just yet. It is pretty cool seeing the inside of these things, and if you're playing on VR, I can totally understand how much you'd love it. But not giving players the option to switch to a third-person viewpoint really hurts the game. When you're tailing a slippery foe and you make a tight turn, finally get a bearing on them, it's so easy to overcorrect and get your aim off target again. Some fighters feel way too sluggish to even be viable for their intended roles. Flight has always been a tough thing to nail in gaming, and unfortunately, Squadrons gets close but misses the mark.
And the part where your ally forces you to learn how to drift? Super annoying, and it doesn't work. Thanks. You basically taught me how to cut my engines in the middle of a fight. Wonderful.
Yes! You got it, Five!
Okay, I'll admit, so far I've been pretty negative, but let's look at one super positive thing. War Drone Squad looks amazing. The vast expanse of space, the fury of combat, the colorful lasers. Look at this. It's so pretty.
Okay, Vanguard, on me. Let's head for the Victorum.
Not this far just to leave you hanging. It's now or never, Vanguard. Protect the Victorum.
Comsat 2 needs support.
Oh, and if you're wondering what I think of the sound design, it's exactly what you'd expect. The traditional music cues will get your pilot heart thumping, but they tend to fall flat since you really won't care about the characters. Still sounds good though.
Orbit destroyed. Marvelous. Right behind you, Titan 3. Our shields are once again operational.
Okay, so Star Wars Squadrons, in short, falls flat. I had fun playing, no doubt. Going on a kill streak and outmaneuvering other players to sneak in the last shot, or braving intense laser flak to deliver the killing blow on a cruiser is super satisfying, and even though the Y-Wing will always be my baby, I grew to appreciate the A-Wing. Look at it! It's purple! The single player offers a welcome length, and the Imperial Squadron manages to have some personality beyond "let's go, team." The multiplayer modes are fun, but limited, with some odd choices for unlockables as you level up. Sure looks pretty though.
I will reiterate, I am a big Star Wars fan. I have been since childhood. I still have my Darth Maul blankie from when Phantom Menace came out. You jealous? I want to tell all of my friends to go out and buy this game, new or used, because there is a lot to like here. Unfortunately, as a critic, I have to be honest. Star Wars Squadrons earns a 6.9 out of 10.
Vanguard 2, you're safe.
Hello everyone, thanks so much for checking out my video. If you haven't yet, why not go ahead and take the time to subscribe to the channel and ring that little bell. That way you'll always be notified whenever I upload stuff. But thanks for all your support, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!